So, what do you want to do as far as with your life? I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? It's Chris here. I'm with my good friend and my partner, Brandon. We wanted to try a little podcast style format for one of the videos, so we're giving it a crack. We don't really have any sort of rhyme or reason to what we're going to talk about tonight. We realize that when we hang out and when we vend at shows, we end up just talking about everything card related, and figured there might be at least one person in the world that actually wants to hear about some of the things that we have to say. So we figured we'd throw some mics on and get the camera rolling and give it a try.
Yep. And I know at least one person because we like to talk to ourselves anyway. So
yeah,
at least there's two in this room.
If anything, Courtney will watch the video.
Yeah. So that's 3 views. We're good.
Yeah. So I guess, I don't know, we can start with a little bit of an introduction of who you are and how long you've been doing this.
Brandon, Country Cardboard. It's like year 3. Mostly just deal with bulk. Till late last year, we started doing vending, and collection turned to vending inventory kind of thing. Just having fun. Having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. And I've never really done like a intro or backstory on myself, so I guess I'll just do it now. Chris, obviously, I started in January of 2025, so going on a year and a half. I basically just started because I was ripping a bunch of packs and figured out that I had a bunch of cards that I didn't want for my own collection, and I was like, what do I do with all these extra cards? And most of it was bulk. I just had bulk piling up, and I was like, surely I can do something other than throw or give this stuff away. And so that's when I found TCG Player, and I was like, hey, anybody can sell on here.
Which is crazy because that's how we found each other in cards. We both work at the hospital, and
yep.
And someone was like, Chris does Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, Brandon does Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I walk up and he's on TCG Player, which I didn't have any experience with TCG Player then. I was all eBay, but
yeah.
You got me into the TCG Player space.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm happy or sad.
A little bit of both, highs and lows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember the first order I ever got. I don't remember what card it was, but I remember having to go to a friend's house from church to print off my packing slip because I didn't even have a printer at that point, and I had to borrow an envelope from somebody to ship the cards out. I had the top loaders, but I had to go to the post office to buy stamps. Actually, no, I was at work, and Courtney was going to Costco for grocery shopping, and I said, buy a book of stamps. And I remember her calling me saying, are you sure? Like, these are like $70 for this book of stamps. And I said, yeah, we got to do it. We need to invest in this thing if we're going to do it. And so it's just funny looking back at like the thought of $70 being a lot, like the thought of spending $70 just on stamps to get started. And now, like, you think about how many orders we like each individually ship out, where it's like, I mean, I just bought 1,000 envelopes like a week ago, and I'm already at a point where I'm like, oh, I'm getting low. I need to restock. Yeah. So it's crazy, just the amount that we both scaled. I mean, I started on TCG Player. You were on eBay.
Yeah.
Then you went over to TCG Player, and then we both ended up pretty much primarily back on eBay.
Back on eBay, yeah. It's just more storefront friendly.
Yeah.
Gives you more of a face.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you, but I started, first things I sold on eBay were Pops. And I thought I was
Funko
dude.
Pops?
Yeah, I thought that was the way to go. After shipping label and you know, all of those are packages. So
Yeah.
selling a $15 pop and getting $6 after eBay fees, thinking I was, you know, but
Yeah.
it's definitely evolved. It's evolved a
So,
lot.
how did you get into Funko Pops?
Just collector, being
Uh,
a collector. Um, I would just get the niche ones like armored Batman and
mm,
those kind of things. Anything with a stamp on it, like with Pokemon.
mm-hmm.
So, um, which it was more of a craze then. That was 23 and 22.
Yeah.
That's all kind of phased out. They kind of destroyed the
Well,
pops market.
because they like reprinted a bunch of
They
them, didn't
just
they?
yeah, that's a big thing. You know, with the person that used to work at Magic went to Pops and did the same
Yeah.
thing from Magic to Pops.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yeah, thankfully she's not hired at Pokemon. I don't think it would ever even matter if somebody like that was hired at Pokemon. There's too
That
many people.
I don't know. That might could be the only thing that crashes the market is if they hire her and she just decides to reprint everything.
I don't think it's possible to crash this market.
No.
Like, I really don't. There's too many people that love it.
Yeah.
Now, is it going to have a downturn for sure?
Yeah.
I don't think it's too far away either. But, yeah.
Yeah. So, kind of going back to our backstory, Brandon and I worked together at the hospital. And like he mentioned, somebody was like, "Oh, like there's somebody else here that's selling Pokemon cards." Because inevitably, I mean, if you're watching this video, then you probably love Pokemon cards or other trading cards. And if you're anything like us or any other collector, that's pretty much all you're talking about when you are out. Unless you're a normal person that talks about normal things. But somebody was like, "Oh, Brandon does Pokemon cards too. Like, you should link up with him." And I remember talking to you about it at work, and I want to say that was like winter time, and we would like, basically anytime we were on shift together, we would just bounce ideas off of each other of like, "Oh, I'm trying this way," or "Oh, I'm buying this. I think this is gonna do well." But we would always talk about like, "Oh, we gotta vend a show together.
Yeah.
We gotta vend a show."
First show just hooked too. It
Yeah,
was so much fun.
yeah. That was a
So much
huge,
fun.
huge can of worms. I
When was
remember
that now?
that was
When was our first show?
July, June.
June.
Yep, it was PokeCon Fest, like 15 minutes up the road from here.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how I found it. I think it was like targeted ads on Facebook because I was always looking at Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, that was the one where we were like, it was only like 10 vendors there.
Yeah,
And we were just
we made a killing.
hot and heavy
Yeah.
because nobody else was there.
Yeah. Well, so I was at that point, like, really the only thing I had was modern cards because most of my inventory was just from me ripping.
Yeah.
And then in preparation to have inventory for this show, I bought a $400 collection.
Yeah.
And that's another like landmark moment where I remember like Courtney and I sitting down and talking about it like, all right, this is a big purchase. Are we sure that this is okay? Like,
How the tides have turned.
yeah, like,
Now it's
can
like
we?
$400.
Yeah, like,
I don't know if I want to open this message.
yeah. And so we bought a $400 collection. A lot of it was like small, like binder stuffers. But then thankfully Brandon really carried the show because Brandon at that point had been doing this for a few years, where at that point I was only into it for about 6 months. And you had, I mean, all of the old booster boxes, like Sword and Shield era booster boxes, like Celebration stuff, and then just the mass amount of singles, like mid-era singles and modern singles, vintage singles. You pretty much had everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a bunch back then. I feel like I had more then than I do now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think it was because it was just the massive amount of sealed and stuff.
Yeah.
And most of that got dumped into bulk.
Yeah.
And then went down that journey for sure. But It was fun, dude.
Yeah,
Hooked instantly.
dude, it
I mean,
was
I don't think we've talked about anything else but vending
no,
since then.
like that feeling has not worn
Yeah,
off of like doing our first show.
yeah,
And maybe it's because, like, I'm sure part of it has to do with the fact that we're not doing shows every single week like some of like the big time vendors are.
yeah.
Um,
If we could, we would. But
yeah, for sure. So I think we've got a decent relationship with shows right now where like
yeah,
one, maybe two a month. Um, Also, like, we're not, thankfully, we don't have to travel super far for a lot of shows.
yeah.
Like, I think Charlotte was the farthest we've traveled. That was the first show we did where it was actually like a multi-day show. And well, no,
I don't know. I feel
Columbia.
like this one we went to last weekend might have been further,
Yeah,
at least for me.
yeah,
The show all the way out in the sticks. I was
yeah.
like, where in the heck are we going?
That was funny.
And what a surprise! It
Which
was
is,
such a good show
yeah,
to be out in the woods.
yeah.
You know.
Thank God they had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah,
That show really opened my eyes to like, what am I gonna do if somebody wants to sell me a bunch of cards and I don't have service to
you
actually
just
comp them out? Take my best guess.
yeah.
So
There's really nothing you can do.
yeah,
Unfortunately, we got to get a Starlink or something to
yeah,
bring it, but it wouldn't
yeah,
reach in a building like that either.
yeah. It is
Um,
super interesting to think about like just the vast difference between a show like that
yeah,
in like a rural area
yeah,
versus like a show like Charlotte,
yeah.
where it's like a huge populated city.
Hmm.
Um, Now, obviously, like Charlotte was a bigger show. The show we did in Commerce was a 1 day, 6 hours, which
Yeah,
that in and of itself felt like a half day of work. But compared to
yeah,
Charlotte, like the amount of foot traffic was different, I think, based on the population. But I think like the Commerce show is a huge eye opener. I had a feeling going into it that like because I know that area because my family lives around that area,
yeah,
and I was like, Commerce is out in the like kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Like, really, the only like cities you have are like closest to there are like Anderson, South Carolina, and
yeah.
then
I have family in Anderson too.
Gainesville,
Oh yeah,
Georgia.
yeah,
Like, and those are like when compared to like Charlotte or Atlanta, those are small cities. But then you also have Athens, that's 30 minutes down the road,
yeah.
which is a huge college town,
Which I'm assuming is where most of those people came from.
probably.
But
But even then, like all the surrounding areas, and that's why I was excited to do this show, was because I was like, these people, unless they're like going to the shops or something and selling or trading there, like these people aren't driving into Atlanta to like the big shows regularly.
yeah,
Some of them, I'm sure, but like the majority of the people that go to those shows were like, oh yeah, I just, I saw this was happening today and it was free entry.
yeah,
Like, so it ended up being great. I mean, for only a 6 hour show, I definitely spent more money than I sold,
yeah,
but I wasn't mad about it. I mean, thinking about some of the cards that I took in is like I probably and this was a there was a it was a 200 table show.
Was
Like
it that many in there?
yeah,
Felt like it was kind of sports dominant though. I
yeah.
don't know if it was or not.
It was a good split, which like I never mind that
I don't either.
because it's kind of like that show we did in Columbia where a lot of people didn't come back the second day like vendor wise or a lot of
Yeah,
people left early. In my opinion, it's like, well, that's just less competition for me.
yeah.
And
And me and you, if the show's over at 3, dude, we're sitting there until 4 or
yeah, we're not
5.
packing
It's
up
like,
till an hour later.
yeah, we're so used to being,
Yeah,
in the thick of it for a little while. I'm not in a rush to leave.
yeah.
To do what? Go home and play some
Right,
more cards?
right. I mean, because that's
So
the way I look at it is like,
it's the chillest time for
sure,
us.
I'm
Yeah,
paying to be here.
yeah,
Like I paid for the table, but also because of that, like I've paid for the table. I want to get my money's
hmm,
worth, but also like I'm literally like making money by hanging out talking about Pokemon cards with my friend.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like it
I,
doesn't really get much better than that.
well, we say we make money. I don't know how much money
True.
we make because I'm about as broke as when we started.
Yeah.
Got a bunch more cards,
Yeah.
a ton more cards. So
Yeah.
I think we think we're making money sometimes, and we're just collecting better.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, that is, you kind of bring up an interesting point about, our own collections. I honestly feel, I don't know, I've said this to you before, but it feels like a little bit of a life hack
Yeah.
where it's like, how do I collect better? Like,
Yeah.
and
that's why we don't list it on eBay. We make all these excuses. Oh, I want it at the table.
yeah,
I'm gonna save it.
save
show
it for the
inventory.
case.
It's
Yeah.
not show inventory. We
Yeah.
just don't want to sell it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So,
Like
unless it's so much funner too to sell it to an actual collector.
Yeah.
Even giving them a bit of a deal.
Yeah.
Instead of just selling it on eBay to somebody else who's probably gonna sell it.
Yeah.
So,
Were there any deals that you did at the show this past weekend in Commerce that you remember that kind of like stood out to you? Like any cards you took in that you were super excited about or anything like that?
damaged vintage.
Yeah.
I love damaged vintage.
Yeah.
It's a slept on commodity.
Yeah.
You can get the best cards at a very affordable rate. So I got the Neo Genesis Lugia.
Oh, I remember that.
Damaged for like nothing, man.
Yeah.
So now I have no, like, sell it, grade it a 1, put it in
Right.
the PC. I have no, it doesn't bother me whichever way I go
Yeah.
because it's not a first edition near mint copy. you know,
Yeah.
So
And it's such an iconic
yeah,
card.
I know it's not a big purchase or anything, but
No, but
that's
that I mean, that's what it's about,
that's the kind
like
of thing that gets me excited
for sure. Yeah, because I've mentioned this in my videos in the past, but like there's a lot of vendors that won't take in anything less than LP,
I know.
But the
we
way
have an edge too because we do eBay.
right,
So
the way I look at it is like there's tons of people that feel the same way about that card where they're like, whoa, this card, like, it's nostalgic. It's for a lot of people, it was a childhood dream to own that card.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, I don't know what it's at now, like in a near mint copy, or LP, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But there's still tons of people that want that card and are okay with a damaged copy because it's just going in a binder.
Yeah, I've seen 2 or 3 binders that was just damaged collectors.
Yeah.
Big cards, damaged, and it's so much better for them.
Yeah.
Because they can get all these big cards and at a very affordable thing, and still have them in their possession. Like, everybody doesn't need to be, top dog. So I'm one of them too. All my Heart Gold, Soul Silver stuff that I've been working on I'm not looking for near mint copies. If that's what I got, I'm gonna take it. But
yeah, I don't like. A lot of people turn their nose up at stuff that's less than near mint, but
that and low end stuff.
Yeah,
like that's another edge of doing eBay and shows at the same time is you can take in all that low end stuff that nobody else wants.
Mm-hmm.
You get a good margin on eBay. It looks good on your store. You got more variety.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a win-win for you and whoever's trying to get a bigger card or whatever for the collection.
Yeah.
That's not collecting double rare EXs. And
right.
Japanese IRs.
Yeah.
So.
And it's great for the master setters as well too. And it's great because of people like the master setters, it's great for add-on business, like for the eBay store. Cause like they might come for, I don't know, let's say someone's master setting Journey together and they buy, the Enzor Arc SIR and they buy the Lily's Clefairy. Well, I'm already up because they're getting those 2 cards, but then they realize like, oh wait, he's also got the Mamoswine full art and the whatever trainer that's 50 cents, like that they were going to buy somewhere else. Well, now they can get it all, and like, to me, I look at it kind of like the grocery stores with the checkout lines. You know, like you go for, I don't know, you go to the grocery store, get your groceries, but you made the mistake of going right before supper, and so you're hungry. And
Oh
so you
yeah,
got everything in the cart to make supper, but
that bag of chips.
then you got
Just
the
looking
Slim
at you.
Jim that's sitting there
Yeah,
with your name on it at
yeah,
the checkout line. And if there wasn't two people in front of you waiting to check out, you'd probably just throw your stuff on the belt and buy your groceries and be gone. But you're having to stand there and wait and look at the Slim Jim.
yeah.
And so it's like an add-on sale for them. Like those are huge, the, like margin boosters.
Well, outside of the show, the anything low end is like taking on cash to me.
Yeah.
I mean that's my pocket of okay. I know this is going straight on eBay.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get a margin. If I take it in, you already know the margin on eBay is
Yeah.
um, really good. So on
Better
low
than
end,
TCG player.
on low end,
Yeah.
if anybody knows over $20, you can get wrecked on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why your singles in that dollar, well, 50 cent to $10 range is so good
Yeah.
if you're full time on eBay or you're working a store on eBay. So all that stuff that we take in, I don't even put it back in the case. I put it right back into the box and take
Yeah.
it home. And to me, if I leave with $0 in cash and I got a box
Stack of
full of
cards.
them, I know that the store is gonna profit a
Yeah.
lot over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
it's the biggest win I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean, there's even cards too where like it might be a $23 card market, but I'm putting it at 19.99
yeah.
on the
Oh yeah.
store, you know?
Yeah.
Because
All the
one,
time.
it'll sell quick. Two, I'll still get my margin out of it.
Yep.
And three, I don't have to pay $5 to ship it. I just use the eBay standard envelope.
So if anybody sees us at a show and there's a card $18 to $25, you know you can probably get a deal.
Yeah.
Because we get kind of beat up on eBay on those.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
I
just don't do
remember. I mean,
very well for
people
us.
people are gonna think I'm crazy, but that show that we did in Grovetown, like back in February,
Or we got a bunch of trainer galleries.
we got all those
Yeah.
trainer galleries. But even that show, I had a base set Charizard, a base set. It was not first edition, not Shadowless,
The
but it
one
was
that
like
you were going to keep, and you were
yes,
like, ah,
yeah,
I
the one that
can't.
Courtney
Yeah,
wanted to keep
yeah,
along with the Blastoise.
yeah.
Um, and somebody came and they saw it and they're like, I need it. Like, do you take trade? And I was like, yeah. And they opened up a binder and it was a bunch of low end stuff.
Yeah.
And any other vendor, I feel like,
Oh, they don't take
would
it.
say not a chance.
And then for us, it's a golden opportunity.
Yeah. It's kind of
Um,
like you open up the binder and it's just like shining
yeah.
gold.
And
Um,
it's good for the seller too.
But I remember literally the stack of cards. I don't think I took any cash
Yeah,
on that card, but the stack of cards that I took from him
yeah,
was like this big. And it was all like, there might have been one, like, probably 2 to 5 singles in that whole
Mhm.
stack that were $30 or
yeah.
a little less.
Everything else
Was
like
like
50 cent
trainer
EXs.
galleries,
Yeah,
full arts,
yeah,
cheap IRs.
yeah,
And he thought I was crazy for doing that deal.
yeah.
Like being willing to let him trade a bunch of small stuff into the Zard. But the way I look at it is like he's trading at a good percentage.
Yep.
Now stuff like that I'd typically go a little lower on my percentage.
Or
But
just
even
if we're
then,
doing EXs, do the store price, 50 cent a EX,
yeah,
and you can get there pretty quick.
yeah.
So, which is
So
really good for a seller and a buyer again, because
yeah,
some of those we just bulk it. Some of the EXs aren't even worth 50 cent.
yeah.
Others may be $2, but that's where it just evens out,
But
saves time, and
it worked out perfectly because not only did I get a ton of new inventory, I remember coming home from that show and being most excited. I don't remember a single card that I took in at that show, except the 151 Blastoise that I bought at like $80, and then literally the week later it like
yeah,
shot up. But other than that, I don't remember any other cards I took in at that show, but I remember taking home a giant stack of cards that I traded, that I got in on trade for that base set Charizard, and just being so excited because like, oh man, this is gonna be great, like for the store.
Now, if you didn't do eBay at all, you would not do that deal
No,
ever.
no,
That's the difference, and that's why we can do those
yeah,
deals where other vendors just won't do them because
yeah,
they're just waiting for the next vending event,
yeah,
or they're selling on IG or Facebook and that kind of thing. And
yeah.
those low end cars just do nothing for them.
And it's mutually beneficial too.
Oh
Like
yeah,
if you think about it, he got like to him a grail,
yeah,
like it
and
wasn't,
it is a grail.
yeah,
It
for
might be
sure.
2, 3, $400,
It
but
was like, I think it was heavily played,
yeah,
but I think it was around like 350 at the time. Um, but to him, he gets a grail, trades away a bunch of singles he didn't care
yeah,
about. And for me, it's like a bunch of new inventory, a bunch of new inventory for the store. And on top of that, like now there's been like a deal done with him at a local show for us to where like that could mean like repeat business in the future. Like
right,
my hope is that the guy was so stoked about the deal that the next time we do a local show, he'll come to us
yeah,
because we did such a good deal with him, you know?
and they do.
Yeah.
I know we do good business because there's people that we go to shows and they remember us, and
Yeah.
no offense to them, but I don't remember them most of the time because we
Yeah.
do so many deals. Um, like a guy in Commerce out of nowhere I was talking about.
Oh,
I remembered after he reminded me about the Delta Mu. The
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. He
like
said, I was like, how do you know
bro, if
him?
you remembered me from 3 months ago, it's because we did good business.
Yeah.
So it's and that's what I try and teach my son who vends with us. It's, it's not all if you tell them
Yeah.
a price is the price.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you're under, then you're under. That's on us, not
Mm-hmm.
them. So you can't go back. It's all about good business. If you lose 10, 15, $20, even $100, and it's good business, then it's worth more than the money.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah. I think there is value in building relationships, and that's why I love our local shows.
yeah.
Aside from, not having to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to
Yeah.
drive 3 hours away for a show,
Oh, I'm
I
down
can.
for a 3 day. Let's go. I
True,
would get in the
true.
truck right now.
But I like being able to roll out of bed at 8 o'clock for a 10 o'clock show.
Yeah.
But on top of that, like we get to see a bunch of like locals that we have come to like know, like
Yeah.
meet and come to know them through just vending locally.
Yeah.
Um, it's super cool to just to see all the people that we've
Yeah.
met through our time vending.
And we're in such a good spot, man. That's something we don't talk about enough. There's so many collectors right here,
Yeah,
and good vendors too. There's a lot of good vendors. There's no like everybody wants to help each other.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, we've made friends with
yeah,
at least most. I mean, half of them.
yeah,
Definitely everybody that vends often.
for sure.
So really good people.
Yeah, I think that's really an important thing to highlight what you talked about like making connections with other
Oh
vendors.
yeah,
That's not
not all
not
vendors,
even
but
just locally, but like
yeah,
at other shows, because like you do enough shows,
yeah,
you're gonna run into the same people. But locally, it's really nice because like I feel like we've gotten to a point where like, you and I are obviously really close, so
yeah,
we're not gonna step on each other's toes when it comes to like having our regulars
yeah,
and making sure we're not like undercutting or overcutting each other if
yeah.
like somebody's bouncing
Hmm.
a collection off of both of us at the same time. But then like also getting those relationships established with other vendors in the
Yeah,
area so that you can kind of do the same thing. I mean, I remember messaging Ryan a couple weeks ago and I was like, hey, he's another local vendor. I'm like, hey, did this guy message you about this? Like, I want to make sure I'm not swiping a deal from you, like, because I want to make the deal and I want to make the money from the deal, but uh, I think there's greater value in like not becoming a pariah
Yeah.
in your hometown because you're just such a shrewd businessman that you screw everybody else over.
And we all know there's a few of them here that's
Yeah.
kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
A few people that bought bulk from that we don't hear from too much anymore.
Yeah.
I got one in the business DMs right now. I'm like, he doesn't know who I am. Asking about bulk rates.
Yeah.
Are you local?
Are you local?
Yes, I'm local. I sure am.
Yeah, I saw that message because for
Yeah,
whatever
I
reason, my
figured.
Facebook is
Yeah,
still
I figured you
connected
seen
to
it.
your business
I was
account.
like, this guy.
And I was like, is he really asking? Like, he's
I'm
really
still gonna
asking
buy
her
it, but
Yeah.
it is funny.
Yeah.
But another thing we have that's different than local guys is we have a different portfolio goal. Like like Ryan and Justin, they're kind of just high end kind of stuff as far as I've seen. I haven't seen them really go for lower end stuff where you and I we like high end.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We want it.
Yeah.
But we also want everything in between.
Yeah.
We're not picky at all. So
Yeah.
if
I'm too poor for some of the cards that
yeah,
they're looking out for. I've seen Justin's, Justin post
yeah,
some slabs every now and then in some of like the bigger Facebook groups,
yeah,
and I'm like, wow. Like one that comes to mind is that Arcanine that he posted, the Tag 10
yeah,
Arcanine. And I'm
such a
like,
cool
yeah,
card too.
I'm too poor for this.
Yeah,
So it works out great because, then pretty much everybody gets what they want.
yeah,
So, and the nice thing about the market being as hot as it is right now is like there's enough for everybody to eat.
yeah. But the good thing for us is we'll be so diverse. If this thing ever downturns, we're not going to be scrambling to sell a
For sure.
$20,000 card at a loss.
For sure.
That's what a lot of those people don't understand.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of risk in just being high end.
For sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
You can look at graphs from 2021. So I tell you too, like being kind of having some trepidation through the year because we don't know what's going to happen after the 30th. Could stay strong. I
Yeah.
hope it stays strong. I'm not bullish on it staying strong. Could even out, stay the same.
Yeah.
It's just the unknowing for me is,
Yeah.
keeps me from wanting to do $20,000 and $30,000 singular items.
For sure.
Because $20,000 and $30,000 right now and eBay inventory would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is what we're probably over that, but
Well, and could you imagine,
posted.
buying, even with like those, the bigger modern cards that I had, like the Surging Sparks Pikachu recently um and the Team Rocket's Mewtwo from Destined Rivals, like compared to some vendors that have, massive inventories or super high end stuff, like that's not high end. We're talking about like a $250 card and I don't know what the Destin's the Team Rocket's Mewtwo is at, but like what a $400 card, $500.
$485.
But to me, I'm like, ugh, I just kind of have an uneasy feeling, and I think part of that is just from talking to you so much. But modern just is so speculative that it's like I'm still gonna take that stuff in, but
Sure.
there might be a day that I'm like, I all of a sudden get uncomfortable that I'm like, I've got a few $1,000s sitting here and some bigger modern cards that could all of a sudden just swing and then I'm upside down. And I think part of that is perpetuated by the market craze. And it just seems like, I feel like, obviously there's been seasons with the shows that we've done where like, I feel like right now in this season that we're in, people are wanting to like sell their collections or sell their cards at really high percentages.
Oh, it's pricing people out,
Yeah.
and that's kind of a, to me, it's a top signal.
Yeah.
It's got to be a top signal because
Yeah.
you have more vendors than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Vendors are buying inventory at 90%,
Yeah.
85, 90%. That's why we stick to lower end. I mean,
Right.
because there's no margin. Why am I going to?
Right.
I understand why they do it because they're just going to sticker it higher than market.
For sure.
And
Or even then, like just
but it's just too much for me.
take their 10%. You know, like
Yeah.
they might take it in at 90%, throw it in the case, and then get a quick 10% out of it, which is cool. But I definitely think you and I are in a different situation where um, we're not vending shows every weekend. So we don't really have that opportunity to like, all right, if I buy this card that's at $400 now, there's a good chance next weekend, if I don't sell it today, by next weekend when I do another show, I can sell it at $400.
Right.
For you and I, it's like, all right, we just did a show April 9th, and our next show is not until the middle of May. So we're talking 4 or 5 weeks out. Who knows a lot can happen for a card, especially a modern card.
Yeah.
That if we're doing a show 5 weeks from now.
Yeah. Because if we leave the show with the card, we have to be able to break even on eBay. That's my thought on it. It's like it's got to be able to break even, so we're not losing money.
Yeah.
And I'm okay breaking even and getting the money back out.
Yeah.
Like I took a few slabs. I can't even remember what all I bought this weekend. I know I bought the Obsidian Flames Charizard and 10. That's like $750 right now.
Yeah.
But I knew buying it, I was not about to sell it at that show. It was more
Right.
of a,
I didn't move a single slab at that
Right.
show until the very end of the show, and it was another vendor that just wanted it was the hollow Dark Charizard, and I think a PSA 6 or something. But other than that, nobody even really asked to look at other slabs in my case, other than the Detective Pikachu. Tons of people.
Yeah.
Like, I could just keep that card in my case forever and never sell it just to draw people to the table, because for whatever reason, I had the Expedition Dragonite in my case. Nobody asked me about that.
Super underrated.
Everybody asked me about the Detective Pikachu, though.
Off topic, but Expedition as a whole is the only one that I think is really, well, not the only one, but one of the most underrated sets.
Yeah.
Right now.
And I think
You see
people...
Aquapolis going crazy and Skyridge, and obviously there's a difference in print run and all. Like Expedition was printed a lot more than those two, but the pops are so low.
Mm-hmm.
So low.
Yeah.
And they're more abundant, but how often are you seeing them? Like,
right.
Except for me and you now.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten a little heavy on some e-readers.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy to be. If I'm going to be heavy on anything, e-readers.
Yeah.
E-readers is the way.
I think people are starting to kind of... I think people are starting to wake up to it a little bit because...
Oh yeah, dude, this weekend
I mean, look at the vintage boom. Even from the show that we did 3 or 4 weeks ago in Charlotte, we bought a ton of vintage slabs. There was a older guy with a cardboard sign around his neck that said selling vintage PSA slabs, and he had 2 binders full of them, and it was all like, there weren't like, giant 10s in there or anything like that, but it was like, PSA 5, PSA 6.
Sorry.
Time to wake up.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8s, 9s, first edition, Wattsier. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You put them on eBay too, and you're the only one with the card. It's like...
Yeah. It's a lot of like...
Yeah. I thought I was going to leave that show with money until he pulled up.
Yeah. And that's what that show was so unique though, because I felt like I kept pulling money out of my bag, kept pulling cash out, kept Venmoing people, and then I'd get through the end of the day and count my money and be like, wait a second, like
you still have money.
I still have a bunch of money in here,
which is rare for us.
I know.
Like if I'm not dead broke at the end of the show, something's wrong.
Yeah.
But where did we go? It was the only show that I know that I left with a good amount of money.
Columbia?
Was it Columbia? It was at the. It was like a gymnasium or something. Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
oh, in North Augusta.
No, no, no. We drove together in the van.
Oh, in Spartanburg.
Spartanburg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. I could not spend money that day.
yeah.
I was like, please take my money.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's one thing we got to probably do a little better job at is knowing like what kind of shows and adjusting inventory
mm-hmm.
because we know we're not gonna like why bring 2 cases full of slabs to
Mm-hmm.
Commerce, Georgia, where we know it's gonna be majority smaller collectors.
Yeah,
Where when we go to Charlotte to these big shows, obviously we need to have slabs or the bigger stuff, which I
yeah,
think kind of everything moved. I know we already talked about it, but those reverse stamps, Delta Species,
I
reverse
know.
hollows, bro, it's sold.
I'm always sad
I
too.
don't have a single one left.
I've got one because I forgot there was one in my binder when that guy came through and said, I'm looking to buy all the reverse hollow stamp stuff that I can.
Yeah.
And then
I was sad because I
I'm
was
sad
like,
too because,
I'll bring all of them, 1 or 2 of them will sell,
yeah,
and then all of them sold. And I
yeah.
was like, what in the world?
It's interesting too because, like, that's why we bring them
Yeah.
is to sell them.
Yep.
But I think what it is we spend time, we spend like effort curating
Yeah.
our inventory to look a certain way, like to have a certain thing. And then one person comes through and they wipe it out,
Yeah.
which is great, you know, like
Yeah,
then
it is
we
good.
end up making a bunch of money off of it. But then
And
you're
those
like,
people you're not haggling with, they just
yeah,
want the card.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's
But
so
then you're
much
like,
better.
dang, I
Yeah.
gotta go find more of these now, you know?
Yeah, or you're sad because you like the cards.
Right,
That was
right,
my problem. I'm
right.
like, oh, I
Yeah.
guess.
That was me going back to what I asked you about a deal that you did this last weekend in Commerce that stuck with you. For me, it was the guy that brought like all those Delta Species cards to my
I didn't
table.
get any of them, man.
And I know.
I didn't
I
get
don't
anything.
even I don't even remember what actually he wasn't even trading. He just wanted to cash out.
Yeah.
And I got them at a crazy good deal.
Yeah.
And they were like in great condition too. Like I know because the card that stuck out to me,
Was that Budewds?
one of them is the Delta Species Kabutops. It's just the normal hollow, but like sweet card.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the Aerodactyl, reverse hollow from
But you turn around and saw
Holland. Yeah, Holland Phantoms. And when so I bought that card and I was like, man, I can't believe how clean these are. Like if this leaves the show with me, I'm gonna grade it.
Yeah.
And then
Which,
I didn't even have a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the Crystal Guardians Charizard, which it was heavily played, but I got it at a great deal. And like that's one of those cards like I bought it that morning and it was gone by the afternoon.
Yep.
But I remember the guy saying, "Oh, can I see that Aerodactyl?" And I was like, "Oh, shoot, I forgot. I put that in the case. I kind of wanted to grade that."
That was me with the Gengar. I wanted that in a 1.
Yeah.
The reverse Legends Maker.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, please.
But those cards are just getting so hard to find. I feel like it was all before before vintage started to really take off these last like couple months, and mid-era starting to boom.
Mm-hmm.
We still didn't get a lot of that stuff come across the table, and now that all that stuff is really popular again, it's getting harder finding those cards. I mean, that's why
it's kind of shift to Scarlet Violet IRs.
You think so?
Early IRs.
Oh, like the Gardevoir. That's one that sticks out to me. The Gardevoir from Scarlet and Violet base.
That's the SIR.
Yes, the SIR.
But the IRs, man, they're harder to grade.
Yeah.
They're I haven't even seen anybody trying to sell any
Yeah.
in a while.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah. Or like some of the Sword and Shield stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
Trainer gallery, regular trainer gallery cards are
undervalued.
so undervalued.
Like not even the
Galarian gallery.
yeah. I
Some
mean
of them are
think
still $1, $2.
yeah.
What?
In the last video I did where I did the Pikachu or pass,
Mm-hmm.
somebody a friend of mine left a comment saying I should do the Blues Evolutions next. All the trainer galleries of like the Flareon, the Vaporeon, the Eevee,
Yeah.
all of those are sitting under $20.
Yeah.
I think at most the Vaporeon is like $20, like right on the nose right now. But
And the Eevee's $15.
yeah,
It's such a good card. Low pop in a 10.
yeah,
It's not easy. It's as easy to pull it as other IRs
yeah,
for Scarlet and Violet. And it's an Eevee.
yeah, yeah.
It makes no sense.
But even cards
It's
like
under the prismatic promo,
Mhm.
ETB promo.
But even some of the bigger cards from like the Sword and Shield era, like the Giratina, the gold Giratina from Crown Zenith.
Yeah.
So
I told you, that's the one I had in a 10. I traded it for bulk.
oh my
I
gosh.
know, dude.
That's how you know you have a problem.
It was good for me, I guess. But
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing?
I mean, you made your money back.
Oh, for sure. I made
So-
more than I would have ever made selling it.
Yeah.
But then
But-
the boom's happening right now for those.
Yeah. But I feel like
Yeah.
we're not really seeing those cards anymore. That's why, like, at the end of the
No.
day, the guy that got all of those reverse hollow stamped cards, he traded me the 3 dogs, the legendary dogs from Crown Zenith. And I was like, yeah. I mean, there was a time when last year I was getting a bunch of those Entei's from Crown Zenith and Suicunes and Raikus, and now I'm not really seeing them as much anymore. And there was
They're all
one. I
sad,
remember
man.
one show we literally had 4 of those Entei's graded in a 10 because
Yeah.
I had 3 of them and you had 1.
I got another one at grading now.
Yeah. And even now, those cards are only like $40 or $50 a piece.
Well, they're booming right now. The Entei is like, I think it was at 60 or so.
Really?
Yeah, they're starting to go up.
But like the Giratina is still only like $250 raw.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about the top, like the top chase card from one of the most popular sets in Sword and Shield.
Yeah. Which granted, the pull rates are what's kept that set down so long.
Yeah.
And they're all so easy. If it's not a full art, they're so easy to grade. It's there's not a premium on grading.
Yeah.
It's like One Piece, bro. There's just no premium anymore.
Yeah. We'll have to save the One Piece talk for another
I don't
episode.
know. I got a manga.
That still hurts.
got a manga Kobe in my inbox right now.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Really?
Yeah.
And you got that pristine Luffy SP that's on its way back right now.
Rank 1.
That's
Right.
crazy.
I know.
I thought when you sent me the text message with the little crying emoji that it was bad, like you got cooked on your submission.
I got all 10s but the 2.
And then you sent me the screenshot of the SP,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my gosh, does that say pristine?" Like, we made it.
I know. And the Nami was like 4 points or something off.
That stings a little bit.
I know. My problem is I'm gonna want to keep that card.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
But I know that it needs to be sold before somebody grades one higher,
Yeah.
if they can. The
Yeah.
good news for it is 13's been a little while.
Yeah.
People aren't just busting it open, and I don't see there's 8 pristines altogether. All the other
Mhm.
ones are right at 990.
Yeah.
So it's above all of them by 4 points.
I regret not grading that card.
Yeah.
Remember, I
Which one?
pulled it, the SP.
Did you? The same one?
Yeah, because after this was before OP13 went wild, but remember I hit the demon pack,
Yeah.
and then after that I was like, I can't miss with
Right.
OP13. And so
Imagine if you would have
anytime,
traded. We're not gonna talk about it.
yeah, I had you talking about the case
Yeah.
opportunity. I had so when
Oh, dude.
so a little bit of backstory. It was my wife's birthday, and we were out doing stuff, and I said, "Oh, like I have a feeling Walmart might have restocked. Like it's that time of the week, so let's just pop in while we're here, see if we can, find some OP13. Like, cause it's, yeah, I think it was a Thursday, and the set release was the next day on Friday. But Walmart, they pretty much stock Wednesday through Saturday, and so if a set releases on Friday, like they'll have the stock
Yeah.
early. And so I was like, I think, or yeah, it was a Friday because we had a show the next day.
Yeah.
Um, and we went into Walmart and they had OP13 on the shelf. And I said, all right, you get 5 packs, I'll get 5 packs. And, that's it. And then we'll get out of
Granted, I
here.
don't. I don't think Chris watched a single episode of One Piece at this time.
No, no, I hadn't.
And then he was the biggest One Piece
Biggest One
fan
Piece guy you ever known.
right out the gate.
No, I just honestly I just enjoyed the art,
Yeah.
like Bandai does such a great job with their cards. It
I know
started
it sucks to me that it boomed so much because I was enjoying it
hmm
until then, and then it was like just too risky.
yeah. But so we get the 10 packs. We do the rest of whatever we were doing for her birthday. And then that day, that night I was like finishing my show prep. And I was like, I'm all done. Got all my cards priced out. I'm gonna have me a little treat and rip these.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna rip 5 of them. And so I pull 5 out and I rip them, and I was like, all right, cool. Like nothing crazy. I think I got like the Edward Newgate Alt Art
Yeah.
SR, and I was like,
Just
well, whatever.
playable, but
Yeah. Um, but it wasn't good enough for me, being the little addict that I am. And so I was like, let me just get the other 5 and I'll rip those too. Why not? And I remember opening like the last pack, and I was like, dang, like I don't know One Piece really well. Like I started opening One Piece when OP09 was out. That's when I started. I wasn't collecting One Piece, but I was definitely ripping it when I
yeah.
would find it, just because I enjoyed not knowing what was in it. And so I opened this pack, the last pack, and I was like, dang, why? Like, that's a really cool Luffy card. But why would they put the alt art on the very front of the pack?
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, Bandai might just do things weird. So I was like, on to the next card, and I was like, why are there 2 alt arts in here?
And then you call Courtney.
And then I was like,
look
wait
what
a
it is.
minute. I was like, wait a minute. I
Yeah.
text Courtney and I was like, I think I just hit a God pack. And she was like, no way. Her parents were here downstairs. They were watching TV. And she's like, if you're serious, tell me and I'll come. And I was like, I'm serious. So she comes running up and I was like, you got to record this because I think this might actually be a God pack. And then I remember we got through it, and it was like, the elders. Um, and so we're like quickly going through and like looking up prices to see like what's this even worth. But I was like, oh cool, $50 here for this elder, $50 here for or like it was like $100 a piece at the time.
Yeah.
And then Courtney was like, wait a minute, these aren't the same cards. Like this one, the one that's $100 it isn't red like this one is. And I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And then that's when we realized that it was
get
like,
those out of the God pack.
yeah, that's when we realized that it was different. And so fast forward to the show, I was like, yeah, I'm a big One Piece guy. I got to have these in the case. And I remember somebody offered me a case of OP13
Yeah.
for the God Pack. And
No.
like a fool, I didn't take it.
Which, to be fair, it was valued like $1,000 over
Yeah.
that weekend.
Yeah. I think they were at like 2,500 to
But
3,000,
now
and
the gap is like
he
10K.
he had his case. He was selling his cases, I think, for like $1,900 a piece.
Yep.
And me being too risk averse, I was like, I don't want to gamble.
Yeah.
And Being that I
Why
have
were you
little,
wrong?
yeah, being that I have little self control when it comes to seal, I'd be too tempted to crack the case and then like rip a few boxes.
Which I don't think I gave you good advice either. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
probably not a good idea.
yeah,
Way over.
but
But
it ended up working
it
out. Like
happens.
a couple of those cards had dings in them, so they wouldn't have graded well, I
Yeah.
think. And then I sold them for a great price, got market price for them, and ended up basically buying a case of OP13, which I sold right when things were starting to spike on it. Um, but yeah, so long story short, I did pull out of some hanger packs. I did pull the SP, which I sold, I think for like $180
Yeah, that was
right
right
before
before it went
OP13
crazy.
spiked, and
Yeah.
that card went up to what, like $900.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It worked out.
And I could have sold mine at $900, and I thought it was going to keep going. I priced it
Yeah.
higher, and
Yeah.
now graded, I got even in a pristine, I'm only getting like 400 more bucks. But
Dang,
it's
really?
okay.
Ouch.
I don't really know how to comp it though, because it is the highest. Which,
Yeah.
granted, it is tag.
Have there been any other pristine sales?
Nope.
Put it at what you want.
Everybody's prices are through the roof for the pristine. So,
Yeah. I mean, if there's any
the only one I
comparison,
seen listed was 3,500, and
yeah,
it's like that's a little unreasonable. I think black labels are around that. I have to
yeah.
recheck, but
I don't know. There might be the
yeah,
right person for it, that's willing to pay that.
there always is.
Yeah.
And then it's like my first pristine.
I
I
know.
love tag. You love tag. We love tag.
Yeah.
I'm cool with just putting it up,
Hmm.
putting it in the case. That's one of those. It's like, I might price it high as crap on eBay too, and
Yeah.
if the right offer comes, it comes. If not, it'll sit in the case.
Yeah, it's like me with that Dragonite right now. I've got it listed like
No, you don't want to sell it. That's why
16. I've got
I
it.
wouldn't
I
sell
think
it.
last comps were like $1,300 on it, and I've got it listed
Yeah.
at like 2,900.
Well, you got a good hollow bleed too, so
Yeah.
I love that card,
Yeah.
and you got a good grade on it.
I walked it at front row.
You did. What were
And
offers? Just
bad.
really?
People were like trying to nag me left and right. They're like, "Oh, it's an 8." Like, "Oh, it's hollow bleeds are really common for expedition." And I'm like, "Okay, find me another Dragonite from expedition that's an 8 or above in this room." Because I went to every single table in front row, and didn't find one. But that's just how some people do business, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather give fair valuations, and a lot of people, there were some people that were like reasonable with their offers, where they're like, I'd comp it close to recent sale, but all of the recent sales were non-hollow bleeds, and so
Yeah.
I'm probably
But
over.
you're trying to get a premium too, mostly
Yeah.
because you want the card.
Yeah.
You're not. If you were in a rush to sell it,
Which
you
is
would just
crazy,
let it go.
because like I'm not even a Dragonite fan,
It doesn't matter, dude. It's
but
such
it's
a cool
such
card.
a cool card.
And then how you got the collection and all.
Yeah.
You got it from, local player, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, a local
And-
player who was a Magic guy that
Yeah.
had no attachment to Pokemon,
Yeah.
and was like, "Yeah, friend of the family, like gave me this binder."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those cards, and you're safer with that card.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
you got in it at a discount of raw,
Yeah.
and now it's got a strong grade. There's no rush to sell that.
Yeah, because also if you think about it, when I bought that collection, it was December, and that was right before vintage started to spike.
Yeah.
So
It's all out of control right now, though, man.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder like where to go.
yeah,
It's like, just to me, it reaffirms to stay on the lower end stuff.
yeah,
Or be grading as much as you can. But even tag is backed up now.
I know. Which I talked about in my last video.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good thing for people like us that are
Yeah.
more heavily invested in tag. It's funny because at this last show, people were like, people would talk about tag and we'd be like, yeah, we love tag. But then they look in, at least my case, and there wasn't a single, I don't think there was a single tag slab in there, but that's because I had sold everything.
Yeah.
All I had
You
was
either
PSA
sold it or
slabs.
is in the PC.
Yeah,
It's not
yes,
even out
yeah,
there.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
me too. I mean, all my bigger tag stuff's gone.
yeah.
Because at first, when we started doing it, it was like I don't want to be like I know, like I like tag, but I didn't know if it was going to sell or anything like that. So I would take a small deal or something,
Mm-hmm.
and now I don't have any
Yeah,
unless it's like sub $100 slabs.
yeah,
That's it,
yeah,
except for what's about to be here.
yeah.
And then I don't like, I don't know, I don't even want to move. I want to get some nice guards for these
I
new ones
know.
I got, like the Cynthia's guard chomp.
That's one thing I
Sick.
feel like is lacking with tag slabs. And this is not tag's fault, but like there's no like other than I think Slab Mags makes one, but there's not like an equivalent to graded guards for
Right.
tag slabs
Yeah.
that I've found at least. Because graded guards
I
like they
think.
make CGC and PSA, and the CGC ones kind of work, but there's space
Yeah.
between the guard and the slab.
Yeah. I think if I could ever get my printer to work right, dude, I would figure it out. I just need to make a good mold.
Yeah.
But like, you've seen the ones with the printouts in the back.
Yes. Yeah.
Those look pretty good.
Yeah, I think somebody. I feel like somebody just posted one of those.
And all
recently.
it is a printout insert.
Yeah.
I don't really know how exactly to make it, but you can AI, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, you can. The sky's the limit if we can figure it out and get a good laminator.
Yeah. But even then, with like Slab Mags, I think it's Slab Mags that has like an official guard for tag. Um, you look at the graded guard ones and they're like $20 a piece. Like for the normal ones, like 15, $20, whatever they cost. Slab Mags was like $40, I think, when I looked at my slabs for getting guards for like those. And I was like, I can't be spending $40 a piece on each one of these just for it to sit on my shelf. And then that's when I found that guy on the tag page that did all of those. Shout out to Joseph Chen, I think it was. I can't remember his last name, but I pretty much tag him every time I see somebody post about.
Which those are the ones I can make too.
Yeah.
It's the same ones. I know which print that is.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't want to keep printing those. I want to be able to get a nice resin or something and
Yeah.
get the background.
Yeah.
But
Or even like those are kind of like plasticky feeling. I do like the way
it's just 3D
that,
printers. That's all you got.
Right.
Unless you use TPU and it's too flexible.
yeah.
So you have to mold them.
And so I do like before I was like, I don't get the whole thing. It was probably because I had a bias towards PSA anyways, but I was like, this craze of like mystery bags for graded guards and stuff like that. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then I get that Dragonite in the PSA 8 and at front row I was like, I gotta find a graded guard that's gonna match well with this card.
Yeah.
And now that I've got it, I like the rubbery like plastic texture of it versus like hard plastic texture that those are. But and those are kind of just they just cover the outside. There's no backing to those.
Are the guards for PSA, is that just resin?
I think so.
That's
If I
what
had to
thought.
guess, like some sort of rubber molding.
We need to figure it out.
Yeah.
'Cause if we do, we would corner the market.
I know, dude.
Corner it.
For all the tag
Especially for
lovers.
eBay, it would be.
Yeah.
It'd be so good.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with eBay though, because
You
if you're
make
not
it-
selling
make it
licensed things,
yourself. Oh,
they'll
really?
strike you down.
You have to start a new eBay.
Yeah.
We'll strike that one down. Start
Or
a new
just
one.
start your own company that
Yeah.
makes these and make it official.
You can just LLC, but then you got to get patents and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which you can. I think you can do that through Bamboo.
I haven't even
You
looked
have
at
to
it.
be able to.
I'm sure, but I haven't even.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
Before I started in Pokemon, I didn't think I had the entrepreneurial mindset, but here I am now, a year and a half later, and
Yeah.
knee deep in trading cards.
I don't know, getting deeper too. Getting deeper.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what we're gonna do going forward though. We got to have some plans, man.
I know. I am dying for more shows. Like
What's the date for the next one?
May 9th.
It's not too far.
It's May 8th, May 9th, something like that. It's Mother's Day weekend.
But you work every
other weekend. Yeah. Which is obviously the challenge.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's why I think that does give us a unique opportunity in between shows is having the eBay stores, because there's a lot of people that they just do shows and that's it, and they don't do the in between, or they'll do like Instagram sales or claim sales, stuff like that. But honestly, bro, claim sales seem like so much work to me.
I've done them.
Yeah.
I've done them a lot, and then it is.
Claim sales on a Facebook page? I mean, at that point, I'd almost rather like just get on Whatnot and do.
And then depending on the Facebook page, you'll plan to do one for a night, and then they won't even approve it for 2 days, and then now you can't do it at all, and then they're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I approved you last time and you didn't even do one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then some of those pages got to I don't know if they're still doing it because I don't really keep track of them anymore, but I'm still on them, but I don't like pay close attention. But there was like a point where some of the pages were like, oh, if you pay this, like pay us this fee, we'll give you priority post approval. And I'm like, oh, this is getting a little ridiculous.
Well,
maybe that's what
people are paying it.
Yeah, maybe that's what we're missing out on, is we just need to start our own Facebook page.
That's what we need to do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of diluted, but all of everything is diluted. So
yeah,
it's a lot of people doing that stuff, but
yeah.
That one in particular just became, a 2 or 3 man thing with 90,000 viewers.
Right.
But if you go on there, nobody's buying anything anymore.
It's turned into basically just a bunch of different vendors.
Vendors selling to vendors.
Which, like whatever, that's fine. There was a time where it never made sense to me seeing like, why would I go to a trade night? Like if it's just going to be vendors selling to other vendors. But like now that I understand more about like curating your inventory, like
everybody works different ways.
There's things that I'm like looking to offload that somebody else might be looking to pick up to curate their inventory. And so it ends up being beneficial for both parties. Yeah. So, with that said, we are at like an hour and 12 minutes, hour and 13 minutes, which, definitely doesn't feel like it. So let's get, I guess, some closing remarks. We've talked a little bit about like curating your inventory. What is something, let's go with show focus. Like for shows, what's something you're targeting right now when it comes to buying that you're looking to get into your case?
$50 to $500 singles.
Okay.
For shows.
Yeah.
Because they just dry up so quickly that you got to keep replenishing. I think it's probably a good time to start trying to find the V's. Mm-hmm. The Altarts from Sword and Shield, higher end IRs from Scarlet and Violet, that kind of thing. Really, whatever we can do that can fill up 5 to 6 cases between both of us, instead of bringing 1 million cards. Because I feel like that. Like we did the binders again this weekend. Yeah. I didn't really enjoy it. No. To be honest,
I hated it.
It was like,
it was in the way.
And then I got $50 and $60 cards in a binder, and I'm having to tell people, this isn't just low end stuff. Yeah. If you want to look through here, it turned into a mess. Yeah. So stuff that can be in the case, stuff people want, obviously. Yeah. Because we're kind of good on vintage right now, and that range. Like we don't need to pick up
I
more
know.
until we sell more.
I hear you.
I know. Yeah.
I can't quit
Yeah.
with vintage, bro. I just
Oh, I'm not gonna never
and
gonna quit,
and
but
and so for me, like something that I like, you already know this, but things that I've been targeting lately is legendary collections, reverse
yeah,
hollows. It doesn't matter what condition they're in.
yeah,
If it's a legendary collection reverse hollow and I take it to a show, there's almost a guarantee that it's gone.
yeah.
So
Or bulk.
or bulk.
Watch the air bulk.
Yeah, yeah. But
Sell it to us.
right. Legendary collections, reverse hollows, and then Delta species have
Yeah.
been kind of my main targets as of late. And maybe it's just because I've had more opportunities to pick those up lately that I'm like, oh, I've got a decent stack of legendary collection
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I should get more. But that's kind of
Only
been my
issue
target.
with it is that's where a lot of people are looking.
Yeah,
At
now.
Delta species and things. So
Now.
the price is going to be hiked up. Where my thought is like, what can we get in the case that people aren't really looking
Sure.
for right now?
Yeah,
Because that's where our deal's going to be.
yeah,
Um,
for sure. But I mean, the reverse hollow, the legendary collections reverse hollow Raichu, I bought from another vendor in Charlotte at $5, $10 below his sticker price.
Yeah.
And literally this last weekend, I priced it $110 over that because those were recent comps. But that was part of the reason why I bought it, was because, you know, I was trying to get him to trade into some stuff that I had so that I wouldn't have to do a cash deal. But then I was looking, and that day that he had it stickered at 230, that day, or maybe the day before that I bought it, there was a sale for same condition at like 275. I'm like, you've got to. And I told him, I was like, honestly, bro, like, because he was like, I don't really, not really interested in trading anything. Like, I'd rather, you know, if you got a cash offer, you can throw it to me. And I was like, honestly, dude, like, your comp is actually really good. Like, so I'm not going to try and undercut you big time. And sure enough, I picked it up at 225 or something like that. And this past weekend priced it at like 330 or
Yeah.
So
that was that PSA 4 reverse hollow Moltres I got.
yeah.
The comps were at 120. Guy was happy at. And I paid strong. I paid 85% on it.
Yeah.
So sold it on eBay for over double.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's the other good thing about eBay and all this. They're not available.
Yeah.
Especially niche items like that. There's PSA 4 collectors, 5 collectors, 6 collectors. If you're the only one that has it,
Yeah.
it's your market.
That's the Delta species Mew that I took this weekend.
Yeah.
I probably like broke even on the trade that we did, but I was like, there's literally, it's a 2, and it was still comping at like 250. But the thing was, there's no other listings of that card right now. So at that point, you can more or less name your price to an extent, you know.
Which is a little risky, but
Yeah, for sure.
it's also a sick card that you're like, you know.
I've already gotten offers on it.
Yeah.
Over comps.
Yeah.
Or like over what I took it in at.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyways, if we don't stop ourselves, we're just gonna keep rambling. Which is obviously like, which is why we
which I knew
started
once we start, we're not
I know.
stop.
This is why we decided to do this, to throw some mics on and get the camera rolling, because we start talking like this and we'll just go for hours. But
and we could do this once a week, once every 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And like I do it on my computer at home, you do it.
Yeah.
However it works, we can figure that out.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you have any closing remarks before we cut it off?
Not really. I think anybody that's watched this far, thank you.
Yeah. To my 77 subscribers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shout out.
If it was the only one person that made it to the end.
Mom, thanks for watching. I love you.
Leave a comment. Give us a topic for next time.
Yeah, give us something to talk about.
We need some topics. If not, y'all are just going to hear us rambling, which is fine too.
Yeah, it's more fun for us that way.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we were going to talk like this anyway. That's why I told Chris, like, we might as well do it too,
Yeah.
because we're going to have a phone conversation that lasts an hour and 45 minutes anyways. So might as well have somebody listen to it.
It's like being in
So,
high school talking to your girlfriend.
yeah, you know. So,
All right. Well, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, let us know in the comments. If there's something you think that we should talk about next time, let us know. If there's something that you think we got wrong, if you disagree with our takes, we want to hear about that stuff too. So make sure to leave a comment. If you thought this was fun or interesting, or at the very least entertaining, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. We appreciate you. To my 77 subscribers, I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure to like the video. It really helps the page. And we will see you next time.